Okay, here we are. It is Germany, turn 7 of our BBR game, and I have 64 to spend, and this is what I'm going to be getting. I'm getting 5 infantry, I'm getting 2 tanks, and they're the great big tanks to try and scare off Warpig. I'm buying an air base, and I'm buying 1 tactical bomber, and I'm buying a destroyer and an infantry. That's all of my $64. Now, combat moves. Some of these are interesting, and we kind of had to double check some of the rules to make sure that this really works. But first one, here's what we're going to do, and this is not the complex rule one. But I have these 2 German submarines in C-Zone 91. They're going to move 1, 2 up into C-Zone 109 to attack this little fleet in 109. There's a French cruiser. That's a cruiser, not a destroyer. There is a Canadian transport and a British transport there. And while the British could scramble into C-Zone 109, there's no destroyer present. And so they can't hit my subs, even if they were to do that, and I can't hit them. So there's no point in scrambling. It doesn't change anything. So that's going to be our first battle. The next battle that we're going to do, so into Bessarabia, battle for Bessarabia. And let me make sure I do this right. I told Warpig ahead of time what I was coming in with, and let him, tell me what his order of casualties would be. I indicated I'm going to come into Bessarabia with these 2 tactical bombers from eastern Poland. They're going to have 3 left. And I'm also coming in with this mech from Baltic states, 1 into eastern Poland, 2 into Bessarabia. And I also indicated I'm going to come in with 3 infantry. So where those are coming from is 1 from western Ukraine, and these 2 from eastern Poland are walking down into Bessarabia. Okay. So, and then the other battle, and this is the one that we kind of had to check the rules on, is, and I've kind of already moved all of this stuff, but these 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry and tank, they are coming from Romania, and they're coming by transport, and one of the units is coming by air transport. And in order to make that work, what I'm also doing, because Warpig could scramble his planes from Caucasus to prevent that, I need to bring in something to deter him from doing that. And so all of these planes here in the Black Sea, they came from Romania, which has an air base, so they have 4 left. I'm also bringing in, I told Warpig I was going to come up into the Black Sea with these 2 planes also from eastern Poland. So that's 1, 2, so they have 2 left. So I have 5 fighters and 1 tactical bomber to protect my 2 transports there, just in case Warpig would have decided to scramble. And Warpig said, no, I'm not going to scramble against that. So they're just flying around there in the Black Sea, just protecting the transports, making sure they're able to make the landing into Ukraine there. Also, this tank from western Ukraine is coming down into Ukraine to also support that attack. So those are the battles. So we might as well go ahead and begin the rolling. And we might as well start over here. So I have my 2 submarines And it's against a French cruiser, which will be at 3, and then the pair of transports gets to roll at 1. And target select is active because there's no enemy destroyer present. And so I'm going to roll my 2 at 2, and both of them I am targeting the French cruiser. So, okay, and I got a hit. So what that means is the cruiser is going to come off the board right away, does not get to roll, but we do have a pair of transports, a Canadian transport and a British transport, and they get to defend at 1, so they get to roll 1 die at 1, and that's a miss. Okay, so then we're back to my submarines. So, and again, they get to target select. Target select is active. So if I get a hit, whatever they hit is going to come right off. And it doesn't really matter whether they can each target select one of the transports. It doesn't really matter. I got 2 misses there. So then we're back to 1 at 1. That's another miss. Okay, here's my 2 subs. 2 at 2. Another misses. Transport. Another miss. Come on, subs. Okay, got them both. So they both come right off. They don't actually get to roll a defense roll because the target select is active. Okay, so the end result of that is there are 2 German submarines in that convoy zone of 109. Okay, let's go over to Bessarabia. So what I have here is I've got 4 at 1, and I have 2 target selects. Okay, so I might as well, and I'll roll the target selects first. What I'm target selecting is the 2 Soviet infantry. Okay, I got 1 hit. So, one of these Soviet infantry is going to come off right away. And then I'll roll the rest of mine. So the rest of what I have there is 4 1s. Okay, they're all misses. Okay, and now Warpig, what he's got left there is the air transport defends at 0, so it doesn't roll. But he's got 3 at 2, the 2 Americans and the 1 Russian remaining. So he got 1 hit. So I'm going to lose one of my infantry. I'm going to go ahead and take the chip out. Knock everything over as I do it. Okay, so what I've got now is my 2 tacks, and I have 3 1s. Okay, I got 2 more hits. So, and what he indicated was the order of casualties was he's going to take his air transport, and then he was going to take his Soviet infantry next. So he gets to roll 3 2s again. And he got nothing. Okay. So back at it, I've got my 3 2s still, and my 2 tacks. So okay, I got 3 hits. So that is everything. And he gets to roll 2 for the defense roll. So 2 for the remaining Americans. They got 1 hit. So the Germans are going to lose another infantry. And that is that. Okay. Okay, now the other battle So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 at 1 and 2 at 3 landing in Ukraine against one Soviet defender. So I got the one hit I needed. That wasn't a great roll, but it'll do. Okay. And then the Soviet defender, whoops, dropped a die. Here's the Soviet defender, 1 at 2. He misses. Okay, so that is all of the battles. Now, just as far as non-combat goes, I need to go ahead and land some planes. So I'm going to take these 2 planes and land them in Greece, which is just 1 space away from the Black Sea. It touches the Black Sea. I'm also going to land a 3rd plane here in Greece, and then these others are going to go back to Romania. And then these tacks that have 3 left are also going to land in Romania. I'm going to knock stuff over, I'm sure. Oh well. Anyway, the air transport is going back to Romania as well. You get the idea. They're all in Romania. Okay. And then other non-combat moves. So I can rail from Western Germany. 1, 2, 3. I can rail these 3 guys up into Baltic states. And I can rail one, 2, trying to decide. I'm going to put one of these guys, actually, I'm going to split these. One of them is going to rail into Western Ukraine. 1, 2, 3. And the other one, I'm just going to rail into Eastern Poland. And let me grab the guy here to chip him out. Okay, Eastern Poland. And then other non-combat movements. So I'm going to consolidate these guys that are in Tobruk. They're going to go into El Alamein. And then I'll just remember if there's anything else. Oh. Let's see. I think that may be essentially all my non-combat moves. I think I've done pretty much everything I can do. As far as kind of wrap up here, so Bessarabia isn't actually worth anything. Ukraine is worth 3. So I would go up 3 for that. So 1, 2, 3. I think that puts me at 48 if I have my tracker right. And Soviets would go down 3, 1, 2, 3, down to 28 if I have that right. And then I think it's time to go ahead and place my new units. And Romania's getting quite crowded here. It's about ready to get more crowded. I shouldn't even bother. I'm going to start putting them over here. It's a little easier. Okay. So, the air base I'm actually going to build in Greece. That's going to allow me to protect those Italian transports there. And then everything else, so the 5 guys are getting built in Romania. The attack is also getting built in Romania. The destroyer is getting built in the Romanian factory to go in the Black Sea. Another guy being built in Romania. The 2 tanks are getting built in Romania. All that there is in Romania. And I think that is essentially it. That's where we're at. So let me just look here and see what kind of bonuses I might get, if anything. I don't think I get any bonuses. Well, actually I do get the one. If Argentina and Chile become pro-Axis, that is the one I do get. So that's worth 5. And I believe I'm on 48 on the income tracker. So 5 up from that would be 53. So I think I collect 53. Anyway, that is Germany's turn 7. I think I'm all done. It is now up to UK. So thanks for watching. I do still need to do the recap, so let me just kind of recap what I've got. So C-Zone 109 in the convoy zone, I have 2 submarines. In Gibraltar, I have 2 German infantry and a German tank. There's also 3 Italian infantry and an Italian tank there. Normandy, Bordeaux, I have an artillery, an infantry, and an anti-aircraft gun. Holland, Belgium, I have an infantry, an armor, and an anti-aircraft gun. Denmark, I have 2 infantry and a tank. Let's see, Baltic states, I've got 4 infantry and an artillery. Eastern Poland, I have an infantry and an anti-aircraft gun. Karelia, I have an artillery. Western Ukraine, I have 2, let's see, I have 1 infantry in Western Ukraine. Ukraine itself, I have 2 armor and 4 infantry. Bessarabia, I have a mech and 2 infantry. The Black Sea, I have 2 transports and a destroyer. And then in Romania, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tactical bombers, 2 fighters, and an air transport. There's also some Italians there. There's an Italian air transport, 2 Italian infantry, and an Italian anti-aircraft gun. Down in Greece, I have 3 fighters with an air base there. I also have a German submarine in C-Zone 98 in the convoy zone. El Alamein, I have an infantry, mechanized infantry, and an armored unit. And I think that's it. Thanks guys for watching.